What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Bracklebear, or Braxton, whatever you prefer to call me. Now, you're probably reading the title and you're like, oh, what do you mean Rick and Morty is overrated? Shut up! Shut up! I will get into it, alright? So, obviously, by the title of the video, I will be talking about why I think Rick and Morty is overhated. So throughout the years of Rick and Morty, at least when I started watching, which was around season 2, I've noticed the show was getting better and better and better. But I want to say during season 4, they kind of hit. They had like one bad episode. It was the dragon episode, the infamous dragon episode. Oh my god, that one was terrible. So like during season 4, it hit that one bump of that one bad episode. I'm like, okay, they could still do good from that. They can still do good from here. And then season 5 came around. Solid season. I actually like season 5 than I like season 5 more than season 4. But they have, in my opinion, the worst episode of Rick and Morty, and that would be the horse semen episode, where the horse people or whatever, like, I don't know, the horse lady has sex with Rick. They make a giant incest baby and whatnot. It's very gross stuff. I did not enjoy that episode whatsoever. But yeah, like during season 5 and season 6, I've just noticed a decline in quality, and then it especially didn't help that after season 6, when the final episode came out, it was like a couple days after that episode dropped, actually, where Justin Roiland got exposed for, I think, abusing his ex-wife, girlfriend, something like that, and also DMing minors on Twitter. Now, I'm not going to cover that topic because a lot of other people that are more well informed than I am have discussed that topic. But all I know is that caused a lot of stir up because people are like, "Oh, who's gonna voice Rick and Morty now? Is Rick and Morty gonna be over now?" Well, I think this was during the summer of 2023. That's when they finally came out with like an actual trailer, and they came out with the no, they didn't even reveal the voice actors yet. I think they just revealed the voices of Rick and Morty during that trailer. I remember that day on the internet because I was actually pretty excited because I'm like, oh, they, in my opinion at least, they sound pretty close. Rick's voice isn't as rough, which is fine. A little change is to be expected, but I still find that voice actor to be fine. I like him as Rick. And then Morty, he sounds spot on. I actually sound like Justin Roiland voicing Morty. But on the internet, when that came out, a lot of people were complaining about the voices. They're like, oh, it doesn't sound like Rick and Morty. It sounds very weird. It sounds like Rick is sober, or like, oh, it sounds like Rick, but like better, softer guy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, no, it doesn't. His entire character was informed by the Morty, we gotta shove these seeds way up your butt, Morty, way up your butt. See, like that, it doesn't need to sound like that to be Rick. I'm sorry for you guys having to go through that terrible impression of Rick from famous show Rick and Morty. Anyways, so I feel like the internet was too quick to judge because the entire season dropped. I watched it every single day. Like, I'm the kind of person, when I get into a show and like newer seasons are coming out, the day that episode drops, I will be watching it, or the day afterwards. Just depends. Like Invincible, for example, I would stay up until 1 a.m. to watch the episode, or if I fell asleep, the first thing I'm doing when I'm waking up in the morning, if I don't have to go to work, is I'm turning on Invincible and I'm watching that new episode. It's the same way with me for Rick and Morty. Each time the episode dropped, I would go on my Amazon Prime account. I bought the season, like pre-ordered it, so like when the episodes dropped, I had them immediately afterwards. But watching them, episode 1 wasn't very great, I won't lie. Still entertaining to watch. It's just not, I don't know, not a good premise for an episode with Mr. Poopy Butthole and stuff. But episode 2, the Juriki Trap, really love that episode. Episode 3, it's the, don't know the name, but the therapist and Unity. That one was really good. The one with Suicide Spaghetti, super good. And then just every other episode except for the one where Summer and Morty merge or whatever, and Morty's in their stomach, and the other one where the Pneumatrons and the Alphatrons or whatever fight. I don't fucking know. That one was also pretty bad because in episode doesn't really work without Rick in a sense, because I don't think that episode had any Rick at all. It was Morty, it was the teacher, and it was Ice-T and all these other random characters. It just was not good. But season 7 was pretty great. But just recently, when going online and even talking to some of my friends and stuff, they refuse to watch season 7 because Justin Roiland isn't a part of the show anymore. And that's their sole reason for hating it. Now, people online have said the same thing too. And it is time for me to pull up my list here. So let me tell you why it shouldn't really. Justin Roiland shouldn't taint your opinion on the show. Because people will pin it out to seem like he did write the show. He doesn't write every single episode. I can list you the episodes that he has made right now. He's made 6 in total. He made the pilot with Dan Harmon. He also made Rick Potion 9, just Justin Roiland. He's the one that wrote that himself. Tom Kaufman and Justin Roiland, they wrote Rick's D Minutes. It looks like Dan Gutterman, Ryan Ridley, and Justin Roiland, they wrote the Interdimensional Cable 2. Not gonna lie, not the best one. Next one he wrote back to back was Look Who's Perching Now. That was Dan Harmon, Ryan Ridley, and Justin Roiland. And then I think we're getting to the last episode that he wrote. This is the last episode he wrote, and he didn't even write it with like one other person. This was like a group of like 20 people. We got Mike McCain, James Siconano, Ryan Ridley, Dan Gutterman, Justin Roiland, and Dan Hardman. That is the last episode he wrote was Morty's Mind Blowers. But every other episode, first episode of season 4, Mike McCain. Episode 2, Mitchell Waldron. Like I'm looking through this list and he is just not on the list anymore. Even in season 6, he didn't write any of those episodes. What I am trying to say is you shouldn't let Justin Roiland let you like it shouldn't taint your opinion on the show. At least give it an honest watch before you fully judge it. Because don't get me wrong, I was on the same boat. I was very for Justin Roiland getting let go because of all the stuff that came out was mostly true as far as I know. So yeah, he shouldn't have that career anymore because of all this shit that he's done, and it came out true. Strip him of his job and stuff. Shitty people do not deserve a shitty platform. But at the same time, just because he's leaving the show and I wouldn't even say him, it's very deceiving when they put written by Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland on the title because people assume every single episode is written by Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon, which isn't the case. I'm telling you right now, season 7 is a lot better than seasons 4 through 6. A lot better. They have 2 bad episodes, but it is still a very good episode in my opinion. So I just wanted to share my opinion on that. I was probably all over the place, and I apologize for that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that's about all I have to say to you guys. Peace.